Hi, this is a very quick video to explain the latest changes to the monthly graphics report. So I've got one here as an example. This is from one of my clients, physio clients. So just to show you what the new additions are about. You'll see the report is pretty much the same. Nothing's really changed really, except there's an extra column. So if you can see my mouse here, there's an extra column on the right hand side. Now this extra column is actually giving you these on the left of the column. The names here are the names of the groups, and in those groups are all the phrases to do with that group. So what I've done here is I've given you the average click price per group. So with all the phrases that are within that group, they're pretty much the same, and they're pretty much valued almost the same value. So the average click price is giving you an idea of what that particular area is worth. So you can see here the sciatica catch-all is costing 30 pence on average per click, and if we look down here, there's another one that's costing 30 pence, and that's the cartilage one. If I move down to another one of the other campaigns that they run with this, you'll see that the campaigns to do with actual town names, location names, are more expensive, and that kind of stands to reason, because in this particular case you're looking for a physio near a particular or in a particular town or location near to where your physio clinic is, for example. So these are going to be more expensive, and we can see that here now as I'm showing the average click price on the right hand side. This one's showing £1.39, so Blackheath is proving to be quite expensive. Then London Bridge below is even more expensive at £1.64, and these are ordered by the number of clicks. You can see that the top one here, Blackheath, that's got the most, 11 clicks. So you can see that that's £1.39. But if we go down, let's look at one of the expensive ones. So East London, I think that is hang on, there's one even more expensive down at the bottom here. Bank, which is interesting. I think that's Tube Station, but Bank is there's only one click for it though, but it's come in at 194. And E1, the postal code E1, has come in at 192. So you can see that these differ. If we scroll down and show London itself is very expensive for obvious reasons. It's a more general specific phrase to do with London. So Physio London is obviously probably going to be the most expensive, and you can see here on average the most expensive is £2.72 for Physio London. Let's go down and look at Marble Arch. So Marble Arch, what we've done here is we're showing the towns near Marble Arch, and again you can see some of these are very expensive. Chelsea, £2.39. Anyway, this is just an example of my physio clinics. This applies to all the other accounts I now run with this pie. So in this particular case, these prices are pretty much similar, but in other products or services you might find that the prices differ quite a bit, and you might want to say, oh, do I want to spend that amount of money on this particular phrase when that particular phrase might not actually be of great value to you. So by looking at this report now, you'll be able to say, well, hang on a minute, I don't want to be running X number of pence on this phrase. Maybe we can cut that down, because what I can do is I can actually reduce the click price per group. So each of these here is a group. If you decide that one's not really worth that to you, then we can reduce it, and we can then increase one that is of more value to you. So that's the idea of this new column. Before this new column you didn't have that information. All you had was the number of clicks, which is useful, but I think this is going to prove to be much more useful, because it's going to allow you to adjust your prices if you want to. And if you do want to adjust your prices, then all you need to do is drop me an email of what you've seen in this report, and I will immediately adjust the price. It won't take me long, and this is a really nice way for you to actually be able to control a little bit of how much of money gets spent on each particular phrase, and it's only you that know what's the most valuable phrase. For example, I don't know, is tennis elbow more valuable to a physio than, say, cartilage problems? Maybe it turns out that cartilage problems are much more lucrative in the terms of they will generate more income for you. Then you'd want to put more money on cartilage than you would tennis elbow. But I don't know. But of course, this allows you, the expert in this area, you know, you as the customer will know what's most beneficial to you, so you can make that decision, and then you can just email me and I can then adjust it accordingly. I think this is going to be a really powerful way for me to work with you to actually get the most out of these accounts for you. Yeah, so I hope you find this useful. I think it's going to be tremendously useful myself, so it means we're not going to be wasting so much money on things that maybe are not of value to you. But it might turn out that you're pretty happy with the way the prices are and you don't want to change anything. That's fair enough. But if you do want to change it, you've got the ability now to have a look and say, look, where do I want to... It's kind of like shuffling your money around. You know, do I want to put more in this area or do I want to put less in that area? So I think that's going to be really useful. The other change I've made to the report is if we go down... If, for example, you want to see what phrases were actually clicked on. So for example, let's just look at I don't know, tennis elbow catch all, just as an example. So this one here, tennis elbow catch all, you can see there's been 3 clicks. Well, let's have a look to see what those actual phrases were. Now what I've done, and in this change, is I've now ordered the actual this initial data sheet here, the first one. I've ordered it now by group name. So here, that's group name. I've ordered it by group name. So for example, now it's alphabetically ordered, but there is a difference in this alphabetical ordering because when there's capitals, they come before lowercase. So some of these group names I've named lowercase. I'm going to have to change that at some point and make the first letter uppercase, because it means you get 2 lots of so if you scroll down, for example, we'll see that the lowercase, here we go, we started at B again on the lowercase, but that's okay. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I can change that and make it all uppercase. So if we go down and have a look at that tennis elbow catch all, we'll be able to see those 3 phrases that actually got those clicks. Because I've ordered these now by group name, you can see it's going to be easier for you to find them, because you can use alphabetical listing and then go and find these quickly. And if you wanted to look at the phrases very quickly, for example, on something that you're interested in. So in this case, the 3 phrases happen to be tennis elbow, info on tennis elbow, and ways to fix tennis elbow. So you can see they're all related to that group. And if we, just as a matter of interest, let's look at the click prices here. Now remember, we took an average of the click price, so you can see that they are very similar. I mean, one's at 21, one's at 30, and one's at 29. So you probably say something like the average is about 26 or something. Let's go back and have a look at the average. We can see it's probably about 26, 27. Looking, if you average those 2 numbers, let's have a quick look, see what it is. I'm guessing here. Yeah, it's 27. That was just a guess. So yeah, the average is 27. So you can see what the averaging is doing there. So this has been a good example. Anyway, I hope this is useful to you. This is now the monthly report. As far as I'm concerned now, there isn't really much else I can add to this. Although if you can think of something, then please let me know. But I think it's pretty much a very useful tool now. I'm going to concentrate on some other aspects of your accounts now and try and push those other areas as well. There's lots of things I need to do. There's lots of things I'd like to do to make these accounts much better as well. But this is a really good step. I'm hoping this will help you work with me a lot easier now, because you'll just be able to quickly look at it. I mean, this comes out once a month. I mean, I know I send out the weekly report. I mean, I know you haven't got time most of the time to look at the weekly report, but at least this monthly report, if you can sit down with a cup of tea or something, you can quickly go through it, and then you can just fire me off an email saying if you want anything changed. And I think this is going to work really in a nice way. So I hope you find this useful, and that's it.